Hello everyone and welcome to another All Will Be One draft. I will alternate between All Will Be One and Shadows Remastered for now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna alternate them to until the release of the next standard set, but we'll see. So Thron, well, pretty crazy good bomb. It's very impossible to not first pick this, in pack one, pick one situation. Um, Green is also a good color in the set, so there's that. Well, it's gonna be the easy pick. Other cards in this pack would be good picks. Ossification definitely. Hex Gold Hover Wings is there as well, and then there are some decent two drops, but these are the best cards, and this is the absolute best of the bunch. Alright, so it's pretty easy Warlock here. There's another Hover Wings, and I would take it if there wasn't a strong green card, but Warlock is maybe even better than the Hover Wings. And maybe in a vacuum it is. There are decks where you would rather have the Hover Wings, but this early in the draft you don't really know what your deck's gonna end up. So Warlock is actually better early pick than the Hover Wings anyway, so let's just take it because it also matches my Bum Rare first pick. Okay, and then I could stay mono green and take the Ruthless Predation. The best card in the pack is the Charforger. I do like it better than the Tainted Observer. So the question is, um, well, I'm not taking the Charforger because of these green cards here, and this is black and red. So the question I think is, should I take the Predation or something like the Tainted Observer? I don't think the Annihilating Glare is quite enough good to take it. If I take a removal spell, it's going to be the totally on-color card. Now this is in a blue-green deck, you would rather have the Tainted Observer, but I think I'll stay open and just take the Predation here. Sometimes you get Predations late and you don't want to necessarily play a ton of them like here, but I guess that was fine pick up there. Here I'm not taking another one of those guys. I will take the Battle Chair now. I already have a Vorak that at least helps me hit my 6th mana easier, and I can still, find things that make it easier to get to 6 mana. And it's a pretty high impact card if you can cast it so that you are not gonna die immediately. And Rustvine Cultivator is one of the cards that can help me cast the Battle Chair earlier, which is great. I see. Well, I mean, there are still some decent stuff. I don't know if these black uncommons are that good, but they are. Well, neither are these commons. So black has 4 cards in here, but I mean, none of them is really good. The blue removal spell is fine, Free from Flesh and the Crescendo are fine. Yeah, but I think it's a really easy cultivator here. Safe House is not a card you can play in limited, so no to that. Okay, this is a best of 3 draft. So Carnivorous Canopy is a card I'm happy to run in my sideboard. I could also take the Dune Mover, but I think I just take the sideboard card now. There's a Charge of Might, Augury, in Experimental Augury, Dune Mover, these 1 mana spells. These are all kind of cards you could pick, but I just take my green sideboard card because it's already pretty obvious at this point in the draft that I will be green. I'm not gonna move away from green. Now these are 2 very decent cards. Also the Chimney Rabble and Hazardous Blast are good ones, but I think I'm gonna stick to green now. The Troll doesn't actually have... Yeah, more than the Cultivator. I actually prefer the Cultivator. It makes the Battle Chair that much better, and now I think I might be even able to pick another 6-drop. Alright, so now the best card in the pack is the Raptor. But I also could be mono green here. I'm just taking the Predation here. Like I said earlier, you can get these quite late. And well, green is so open here that it's not really a surprise that I get these at pick 8. Now let's take that thing and see if I can be mono green. That's a fairly late Crawling Chorus, and the Axiom Engraver is also good. Don't know if I'm that interested in having another canopy. I think I'd rather be red-green than green-white based on my green cards in here, so I'll take the Engraver right now. Red Sun's Twilight is a really good sideboard card. There's also the Hunter Maze and the Terramorphic Expanse that I wouldn't mind having. But I think if I will be red-green, the Red Sun's Twilight against certain decks can be just back-breaking, so I'm gonna take it for the sideboard. And I got the Observer back, which I was thinking about that I could maybe pick it in pack 2, or was it 3 actually, over the Predation. Yeah, it was pack 3. I mean pick 3. I'm taking it now. I don't think the long legs is that great, so I can still be green-blue here. And for the red-green deck, I mean, both are good for the oil deck, but I think the Cackler is like slightly more interesting, so let's take that. And now I can take a Free from Flesh, which I do prefer over the Skull Bomb, at least based on my picks now. Okay, I guess those were all happening. Wow. Do I have a playset of these guys? I don't even have, so this actually is going to advance my collection. At some point, I think pretty soon I will be able to open all my packs from All Will Be One and have a complete collection, including 4 times of each of the mythics. But now I'm easily taking this because I already have 2 Cultivators and a Vorak, which help getting to a lot of mana. And when you get to cast this thing, well, you can just read what it does. It's a pretty crazy good effect, and note it does also work on the opponent's combat. And you can make this indestructible, but sacrificing 2 other creatures might not be the greatest thing to do. But yeah, it's an easy pick now, and I'm passing some great stuff here. Well, for example, the Anoint with Affliction, but I mean I got a good card myself. All right, so how many Ruthless Predations can I take? Well, I'm not taking this here. This might even come back to me at pick number 10. So I should consider if I actually want to be just 2 colors or not. I mean mono green or not. The red stuff I have here, they are not really splashable, so this would be played in an actual red-green deck. There's a Skull Dweller, which is good. Oh, the Atrocity. I have a 5-drop here, 6-drop and 7-drop. I don't need the Atrocity. I think I'll just take this to have a 2-drop, and I take it over the Slinger because I might still not be, red at all. Well, there's a Cinderlass Ravager, and yeah, Predations come. All of them come my way, but I'm going to take the Ravager now for the reason that even if I don't play, red as my main color, it's very easy to, in a mono-green deck, to play like 12 forests, 11 forests, and then, 5 to 6 mountains to actually play this card, which is really good, so let's take it. Also very good with double Cultivator. No, not really much of a decision there, and I'm not gonna play the Observer, that's for sure. And okay, Churning Reservoir, it's good in the oil decks, but I'm not sure if this really is. I mean, it can be, but I also kind of want to have a 2-drop, and that Dune Mover is tempting in that sense. The Reservoir. I don't know. I think I'll take the safer pick, Dune Mover. The Rebuke is also something you could take, but I don't think it's that good. So let's take the 2-mana play. Okay, now I have an Oil Gorge Troll. Another cool Dotha Cackler as well. Now, if I don't play the red, other than the Ravager, I won't have that much oil. Am I supposed to take the Cackler? Permanents with oil on them. I mean, I actually take this because yeah, fine. Fine. I do think that I don't quite have enough oil counters to make the 5-drop troll that reliably drawing me a card. Alright, Conduit of Worlds, Blazing Crescendo. The Conduit can be really good if you have a Terramorphic Expanse. I really like to have at least one of them to make this card really good. But I suppose I don't necessarily need the Crescendo that much. Let's take this. I might not main deck it. Oh, Warak this late. Also, look at this pack. What the? I mean, Engraver, Mantis, and the Steward also here. I'm still taking the Warak, of course, because of this expensive stuff, but wow. Red green is open here. What? Pick 7 and pick 8 Waraks, and I still have another Cultivator too, but I guess I have two of them, so it's not even hard. I mean, I would always maybe pick the Warak here, but with two Cultivators, this is not really a high priority anymore, so let's take the third Warak then. And, well, aspirant not for this deck. Should I take the Crescendo? Should I take the Restoration permanent card from your graveyard? I think I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play this. I think I prefer the Free from Fleshes here. So actually, taking this instead. Maybe for the sideboard. A Rebuke or a third Predation. The Predation is quite good with the Waraks. These becoming 4/5s. They can fight most of the stuff. This is a 5 mana spell. This is a 2 mana spell. I think I'll just take the 2 mana spell. Although, killing the artifacts, I still take it. But I mean, yeah, I think it's still better. Predation again. So am I already gonna play red-green here? I think I'm taking this Shrapnel Slinger over there. You know, the fourth Predation. Fine, let's take this, which I'm not going to play. Skull Bomb, which I'm not gonna play either. Longlegs, well, it's a 2-drop. I'm not really happy about playing it, but let's put it there for now. Alright, Volt Charge over the Oil Gorge Troll. Did I have more oil stuff here now? I don't have that much of oil anyway, so it's very easy to take the removal spell here. Yep. Bloated Contaminator. Why not? A very good card, of course. And Rebel Salvo. Yeah, this is crazy. Now this is actually madness. I'm getting so many good cards here. Well, let's take the Salvo and move on. It's just the best card in the pack. Microplate Golem versus all these options. Okay, my fours are very low. Sadly, I don't have an expanse here. Cultivator Mantis. I actually think that the Mantis is better than the Microplate Golem here. I don't quite have enough oil things, and this actually does merge with the Cacklers better because this has oil. If I'm even playing the Cacklers, I might not play because I have other 3-drops I'd rather have. But let's have the Mantis now here, just for curve reasons too. Alright, I wonder how many Ruthless Predations have I seen here, but I don't think I need to pick more than 3. I could still take the Dune Mover, but I like to have access to the Hazardous Blast. I'm not sure if I'm gonna main deck it, but it's at least gonna be great from the sideboard. And here, do I need a 6-drop? I think I might take the Splitter. I have a 7/6/6/5. Yeah, I don't need the Engulfer. I'll take the Splitter. I still could take a 4-drop here for mana curve reasons as well. And another Hazardous Blast or a Plague Nurse, which is very unlikely to be played. I'm not gonna poison anything. I think I just prefer all these other 4 mana cards over it, so I suppose I'll take another blast for the sideboard. I definitely won't main deck 2 blasts, but I might have 2 blasts in my deck after a sideboarding. Okay, well there's a 5-drop. I'm quite happy to have the Sky Warden, but I also would be happy to have the Engraver here. But I might actually just cut the Cacklers. It's totally possible that I don't need them because I have other 3 mana plays. The Engraver is an actually good 2-drop. Sorry, it is, but I mean I don't necessarily need the oil synergy, so I'll take the Sky Warden. I have ways to accelerate into it. into that anyway. I'll take the Titanic growth here. Oh, another splitter. Yeah, let's take another one of the... although, is that enough for us? No, maybe not. Let's take the splitter. And I got a... and of course, this doesn't kill artifacts, it's only equipment, but yeah, I got it in the end. Regardless, and now Centurion... no, I'm gonna take a third Cultivator for this deck. Atlas. I don't need it. I'll just take the uncommon for the vault value. Scamp. This is not exactly a scamp deck, but I might as well pick it and put it in the main deck for now and figure out the cuts next. Okay, so I didn't get a Terramorphic Expanse, which always makes me less interested in running the conduit, because I won't be having lands in my graveyard. I don't have any. Well, I guess I have one Axiom Engraver which can put lands in the graveyard, but that's pretty much it. The only thing I believe. So I'm gonna cut this from the main deck. This is gonna be good in some grindy matchup, because in a slow game, of course, you will just never run out of gas if you have a conduit out. So yeah, this is 33 cards. I think the cacklers are gonna go away. My game plan is not exactly attack with high power cacklers as much as just, you know, survive until I get to play my big hitters, and there are a lot of them. The Ravagers might be quite much cheaper though with the Cultivators. Now, that's the creature curve. Although I should maybe put or how does it go? It should be like for Mirrodin. I think that should at least work. Yep, my for Mirrodin equipment are there on with the creatures. I don't think I want to main deck the blast in this deck. And I don't think I need the Titanic growth either. I prefer the free from flashes because they still can be useful in, well, accelerating into the Cinderlass Ravager, and they actually can put oil on the creatures that can do something with oil. Scamp is not for this deck. I think I will play all the twos here. I don't really like the long legs that much though. But I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. If I cut that thing, but it's still quite useless against the decks that... I mean, if I don't care about the reach 1/3 creature, then it's really bad, because I don't really get much benefit from the proliferating. So I think I'll use this as a sideboard card. I still have this 1-drop, so even though this is only 4 2-mana plays, if I can play the Cultivator on turn 1 or on turn 2 for some reason. I don't have any tapped lands though, so this would be a turn 1 play if I have it in my opening hand. That's still 7 plays for the early game. Do I want to play double splitter? 16 creatures with 3 equipment, all of which will bring a creature. There is basically a 19 creature deck for now. Do I need the Molten Rebuke? Do I need 3 Ruthless Predations? Do I need all this expensive stuff? I just like this all, and I think the Ravager will be cheaper. Could be easily a 4-mana card. Especially if I play both of the free from flashes, but that's a question. Maybe I should cut one, because I will have to cut something anyway. But I will cut 1 splitter. I think that's an easy cut. And with 1 Dune Mover and triple Cultivator with triple Warlock, I think I can be 16 lands, running 16 lands, even though I have such a large amount of high cost creatures here and the Rebuke here. I would not cut the Skywarden. I would cut the Rebuke before the Skywarden. Maybe I am actually going to cut this and sideboard it in when I have also some equipment I want to target, not just creatures. Maybe. I do have the triple Ruthless Predation and the red removal here, which are cheaper to cast at least. So I would maybe need 1 more cut. I do like to play the one splitter. They at least make these into, this makes at least these into 3-2 later in the game, so they are a little bit more relevant. Now, do I want to cut the predation? Do I want to cut one of the free from fleshes? There's now 19 creatures still, effectively because of the, oh, actually 18 because I did cut one of the equipment, so 18 creatures. So I could cut a creature here easily, but problem is I like all my creatures, or I like the mana value of the creatures. Like the Branch Blight Stalker, I could easily cut it, or the Slinger, they are not that great, but I do want to have the 2 mana plays available. I also don't want to cut these, 1, 2, 3, 5. This is only 7, non-creature spells when counting these as creatures. So I don't really feel like cutting any of them either. I'm not going to cut the battle chair. I want to play it. I guess the splitter can still go. Now, yes, it does make these small creatures deal more, but I have a lot of also expensive creatures to just which should be able to handle the situations. So maybe I don't need a 4 mana card that effectively is a 4-2 until I start equipping around. Although something like making the Vorak into a 5-3, it's definitely a relevant thing, but well, I'm definitely not cutting the 3s, not cutting the Mantis, and I don't want to cut any of the high top end here. So maybe one Ruthless Predation could still be cut, one Free from Flesh, and maybe Branch Blight Stalker could be also cut. No, I'm gonna cut the splitter now. That's the cut. And I'm gonna play 16 lands. And how many red cards? In the end, 8. And a bunch of them are early cards. This is a double caster, so I suppose I need like a... This can get any land. Seems like 10-6 is still gonna be 9-7 at least. Maybe 10-6. Yeah, I suppose because of this double caster. Yeah, I like 10-6 more. The Dune Mover can get me a mountain if I need it. For the double caster. So it's effectively like 7 for the Resistance Skywarden. And of course this Vorax can help finding a second mountain too. Yeah, this is the main deck. And a bunch of things in the sideboard. I'm not sure how interested in I am sideboarding stuff here. I guess like the Hazardous Blasts can be good sideboard options, and the Rebuke and the Red Sun's Twilight as well, and the Canopy. And this is for them some kind of a grindy matchup. I guess there's some options. Alright. Okay, on the play with a very good hand. Battle chair could be turn 5. Okay, let's get the land here ideally. Yep, forest. And then I can even untap a mountain for the free from flesh if the opponent is gonna attack and have some kind of trick. Flesh cutter. Okay, that's maybe a reason to bring in the removal for artifacts, but let's see. Now, pretty easy turn here now. Let's do this. And I think I'm gonna leave the Cultivator up because I might want to use the Rebel Salvo on their turn. And I would need to untap a land for that. Next turn, Valter is most likely play. Well, I'm not gonna salvo that thing. It's not bad with the Flesh Cutter. Oh, I forgot to put an oil counter there. I don't think it matters, but I still should have done that. I get to kill this for free unless they have a counter spell. So I don't play the Battle Chair. And now I'll just think I'll attack for extra damage. Okay. Suffered. Oh, yeah, I do have bombs in this deck. So I'm almost thinking about not wanting to show that I have a Thron, but there's not much they can do. They can't target with any sideboard options. This can't be countered, so they sideboarding won't do anything. Sideboarding a counter spell won't do anything. Yeah, let's do this first, at least. That's 8 damage. It's not quite lethal if I mean, if I use the free from flesh, it's not gonna help. Maybe they block the Vorak here. I think I'm still going to... Although the Battlester is more likely... Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's more likely something they're gonna use sideboard options for. Maybe. There's nothing they can do about the Thran. Well, at least not much. If they have a White Sun's Twilight or the Emperor Planeswalker, yeah, then they will in that case have ways to deal with Thran, but I mean they would be playing those cards anyway, they are not sideboarding them in. Okay, so I of course have a lethal attack here. These poor guys can't block. Okay, so no reason to show anything, let's just attack for lethal here. Yep, let's go. The opponent cast this activation up, so that's the reason they are having this priority here. But look at their deck size, library size, 36 at this stage in the game, so they are playing more than, lot more than 40 cards in their deck. 2 in the grave, 3 in the hand, that's 41 plus whatever it's on the battlefield, 6, 7, 8. That's at least a 50 card deck at least. So I saw some targets for Hazardous Blast, but don't really know if I care about them too much. The Gitaxian Raptor, the Shepherd, yeah, they actually make me want to play the Carnivorous Canopy. The Red Sun's Twilight, maybe not that needed. But I'll have the one Canopy here, and I will cut a free from flesh for that. I don't think I want to do anything else like Copper Longlegs now. That's the deck. Okay, another decent hand, 3 lands, both colors, and Cultivator and other curve out stuff too. Couple of these big hitters here. A removal spell. And the opponent didn't have any 2-drops or 1-drops. Oh, not a 3-drop. Okay then. Well, no, I'm not going to attack with the cultivator. Now I want to put another oil counter on it. Is this game gonna be... Yeah, they have now... Basically, yeah, they have 50 cards in the deck. 6 in hand, 4 on the battlefield, 40 in the deck. So, 50 cards deck. The first play they had was on turn 4. Oh, I guess I can just kill that guy. Other option would be to play the Ravager. Although, yeah, maybe I can attack. I can finish this off with the Ravager. Because I can untap a land for the 5th mana, and then I still have one oil counter here, so that the Ravager will still be a 5 drop here. So let's make that trade happen. It's also possible they don't block. But I could also use the predation there, make this into a 4/3, it would eat the enforcer. That's fine, now I have my predation here still for some other purpose, and I can untap a land on the next turn. To make the battle chair happen too. Lightbringer isn't gonna do much here. Counterspell. Seems to be the case, alright. Bring the ending. Well, I still have more things that have a high impact here. Besides, they do need to deal with the Ravager, and I can deal with a blocker with the predation. Okay, so they can actually double block the Ravager now. Well, I can't play the Dominus this turn. Well, I mean, they can just trade with the Ravager actually. They don't need to double block. So there's no point killing the Lightbringer here. Okay. I mean, that's good for them. Although, this will be a 10-10 on the next turn. This can be countered. Are they gonna counter another of my spells? But I don't see any reason to actually attack into the Strider, because I will be... I mean, assuming this thing resolves, this is a 10-10. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness, yeah, of my creatures. So, no attacks. Do I want to use the predation? I don't think I need to use it on the Lightbringer here. So they can put the oil... Well, they can crew it with this, but they can also just remove the oil here to block with it or attack with it. It also has Vigilance. Watcher. Now, okay, that was the only blue mana they have. That means my Zabandrel will be... Oh, they actually go for the aggression here. Be my guest. I can take 5. They use the only oil counter it has. And they can still crew it with the Lightbringer, of course. But it doesn't really help if they have a Zabandrel making these guys larger. Well, this will be only a 2/4, but still. The 10-10 is more relevant. Now they do have an easy jump block on it. So I can't attack with the Cultivator because they can crew this, and this 5/5 will still eat it. But they are gonna jump with the Watcher now. Get a card. So they need an ossification to deal with the Zabandrel's ability. The aura-based removal that white and blue has access to won't help against the triggered ability here. But they do have 4 cards in hand. Now they could have also White Sun's Twilight, but I can just pay 4 life and sacrifice these guys to make this indestructible, and it would survive White Sun's Twilight. Now if they do have the Emperor Planeswalker, they can make me sack everything but the Cultivator. Okay, that's not what they have. Yep, that works on the opponent's turn, not that it matters right now. Okay, understandably if they have no answer here, they just have two big creatures to deal with, even if I had nothing else in my hand. As a bundle is really a nasty effect, but it's a 7 drop of course, so, and a mythic rare. Well, this time not gonna keep it. Mulligan. And this is gonna be kept. With the Cultivator I can cast the Warrock, and yeah, I can't really keep this a bundle. It's a 7 drop. I'm gonna have some other big hitters. I don't need to rely on the mythic rare here. These are too good to pass up, and I'm of course assuming to get the mountain, which I can with the Dune Mover. Okay, this can get killed now, which is making me happy with the Dune Mover. So they either have a Hex Gold Slash they didn't want to use yet, or they have the +2/+2 on a target creature. I think it's a target creature, not a creature you control. Alright, they have a good one here. It's gonna have first strike, so I can't do anything else than, well, I guess I can just on the next turn. By the way, this allows me to shuffle the mythic rare back to the somewhere else, maybe than the bottom card of the deck. I can play the Warrock, which will be blocking this guy, so no big deal. And it's only 2 damage. Okay, red-green Mirrorides. Sporesinger. Well, that's 2 extra damage. Yep, I'm not gonna block it, so let's just do this. It has trample also. So there's no jump block shenanigans, and of course I'm never gonna lose the Cultivator there. So I can attack with the Dune Mover. And Warrock can... I mean, I can... let's say if they... come on. If they kill the Warrock, I will take 4 damage. If I left the Dune Mover to block, I would be able to, trade with the Sporesinger. But I think I'll just attack here anyway. There goes my 5 drops, damn it. So be it. Because I could have played a 5 drop on the next turn, and both of them, of course, I could. So they do have a roll charge for that. Well, I take now 2 more damage than if I didn't attack with the Dune Mover. And they have a 1 mana red spell. It's either the pump spell or of course Hex Gold Slash. I wish I drew one of the 5 drops right now. I think I'm just going to actually go for this play, kill it right now, or try to kill it. If they wanna save it, be my guest. Yeah, that's fine. So now I will just attack here because I'm not going to block with the cultivator anyway. And then I can use the dune mover to block. And then I just need to actually draw some of my big hitters. Yeah, I don't see them, but 2 of my 5 drops are here. Can't block the first striker very... What? I forgot this has vigilance. I was checking my deck, I didn't realize this is gonna attack too. Yeah, that was just a huge mistake. I took 2 damage for no reason. At least I got my contaminator here, but... Yeah, I mean this should die. This should have died now, and I would be at 10. But oh well. I do have the rebel salvo here. Does that make things? I mean, I guess they're gonna target something with the steward, and then I'm gonna kill it with the salvo because I can untap a land with the cultivator. I guess I have to kill that instead. I really would want to be at 10 life now because that 2 damage I took, that really can end up mattering. Okay, I'm happy about that. So I can kill the... trade with the cultivator here. But the steward is still gonna be a problem. My 4/4 can't deal with the, 4 power first striker here. I really need it to be at 10 here, but what can I do? I can still draw a big thing and... Alright. So if I left my cultivator, I would be able to cast it right now. So I mean, should I have thought that maybe I draw this thing and do a double block with the dune mover instead? Because now I think it's not gonna... I'm taking 4 here. I'm taking 4 here and then I'm gonna be in trouble. Because I'm starting to have a low life total, but... It has first strike, so I can't trade even if I wanted to. And of course I can't. Oh man. Can't draw the land now. So I have to actually jump with the Engraver because it has also trample. And this jumping with the dune mover would leave me at 1 life. At least if they use 3 of their mana, they don't have... Oh, they have this thing too. I will have to... I don't think I have enough life here. That triple block is not gonna help here. I just have to absorb 3 of that damage. Go to 3 here. I mean, I could be at 5 now. Okay, well, let's... at least I got this thing, and so let's see. My guys don't have vigilance, so I can't just go and attack here. I need all of my guys to block. So, let's not attack then. Because if I do attack with the Contaminator, yes, I can deal 8 damage. Do proliferating and all that, but then I will just die when they attack with everything. I take exactly 3 here. This requires an oil counter for it to be used. It seems like they might have a 1 mana card. I mean, they have only 5 lands drawn in this game. Are they at 5 lands and 10 spells or something like that? So I actually need to draw more creatures here. Okay, I lose now. They have a pump spell. Oh well. What can you do? Yep. So, wonder what would have happened if I didn't take the 2 there, but I mean, it was just a mistake. Alright, so that stuff kind of makes me want to play a Titanic Growth. Do I want to have the Rebuke? It's good against the Strider, but I don't think I need it. I need to cut something though. Shrapnel Slinger isn't usually very good against a red-green deck, so let's do that. Cut it. And have a better play now, and let's not make any tiny mistakes. Or huge mistakes. Okay, that's a fine hand. Very fine, in fact. They start with a good card, but I have a removal spell for that if it kinda starts to be problematic. Sure. They have the halberd. Okay, let's trade here. Okay, Skull Bomb. Oh, they're gonna crack for a card. Yes, they are. Maybe they are missing a land drop. Okay, that's what they are doing there. Yep. Don't care about killing that, obviously. Just play the Vorak here. I'll take a land. I could, you know, proliferate more poison, but I think I'm gonna win with damage, not with poison. And the land can really matter. Actually my mythic red was there, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they have also a contaminator. So am I supposed to... I mean, I could just use the Ruthless Predation because they are tapped out. It's the safest thing to do. But I could also use Titanic Growth. But I think the Predation is... Although, it's not gonna help really. Because then they will be able to trade with token here. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, so they're taking 7, I could make it 11, it doesn't matter. So of course before they do any funny business with untapping, I'm gonna kill it first. Okay. Well, they just didn't get to play stuff and I got my Palm Rare curve out here. But look at their deck. Adaptive, Contaminator. A lot better 2-drop than my 2-drops are. I don't think I still need stuff like Hazardous Blast. It's not gonna be the winning play in this matchup, I don't think. I just have to hope I maybe get my mana accelerating and also the payoffs. Because I have a lot of payoffs. I have 2 5-drops, a 6-drop, 2 6-drops. Okay, I got a very good hand actually, and the opponent does mulligan here. Cultivator into Contaminator, which I can cast even if the Cultivator dies. I have a couple of removal spells. 3 lands, both colors. Pretty ideal. I mean, of course, ideally I would have a 2-drop creature as well, but I don't have a lot of those in my deck. I'm actually much more interested in having something that costs like 5 or 6. So they did keep 6 lander and let's see what's gonna be. Badder Fist. Am I gonna kill that thing? Because I'm taking some damage here. I don't necessarily like it because this is a 2-4. I'm actually gonna kill it. And I'm gonna still add oil to this. I'm not gonna attack for 2. Although, maybe I can attack for 2. Next time I play Contaminator and add... Yeah, because I got the extra power, I think it's worth it. If I had a 4-drop here, maybe yes. But... yeah, I guess the 2 damage here can matter. Steward, sure. Make it into a 3-1. Okay, now that's a good one. So what I can do here is play the Contaminator now, and next turn I can play the Sky Warden. Exactly how I want it to be. And I have these instants here, which can be quite good in here. So they have, but that's actually gonna be good for me. They're still gonna lose their creature. Wow, that was just a 2-for-1 for me. That's amazing. I do understand that the 4-4 has to be dealt with, but they are not very happy to deal. I mean, they already mulliganed to 6, and now they had to use 2 cards to deal with that. Icoblet Golem is pretty much whatever here. I think with my removal I might even just Volt charge it. I mean, I actually don't have to do it now because I want to put a counter on the Cultivator anyway. Because I might draw a 6-drop instead of a land. I'll take the 3 from the Golem. That's no big deal. I can kill it because if they now they play something with oil, they'll have more oil. So we'll see what they play this turn. So I can just kill this with the Ruthless Predation. It will be a 5-6, but actually it doesn't even matter. They didn't actually haste it up, which is weird. Which is very weird. They don't have extra mana. So this can still kill, burn the opponent. So I have a 5+5+3 plan to kill them, so I don't use the Volt Charge right now. But I will, of course. This will be a 5-7 against the... sorry, 6-7. Yeah, that will work. And now I should just attack for maximum damage. And they will be in trouble. Thrill. Okay, they had an infectious bite there. Well, that didn't do much there. There's the Contaminator, which won't be doing any good. I have already won with this setup. Because I can kill this thing and then... yeah, well, I have multiple kills here. But of course, let's just do this. This is fine. Okay. Well, I guess both had good decks, and the one who drew better in 2 out of 3 games wins the match. That's how it goes. Okay, totally a nice hand with the Ravager and the Cultivator. Oh, with the Engraver too, so that means that I can play this at 4. I mean, assuming all this stuff survives, of course. So my game plan is to... Okay, another red-green. I think I should just trade with that guy. It's not like the Slinger is gonna do much against red-green. So let's just kill it. With sacrificing the Slinger, I could sack the Cultivator, but that's not a good idea. So now I can put an oil counter here, and next time I play the Engraver. Now I do know that this Ravager is actually going to be able to kill this, but I feel that I would have I didn't want to take damage from this that many times, because if I wanted to wait until this thing happens. Okay, that's not a red green deck. I would have had to take some damage, including poison, and that can be risky. So it has a double strike. I don't want to... I mean, what I could do is I can attack with the Engraver, and if they block, then I can... this will cost 5 then, because I would lose this, but I would deal 1 to that thing. But the Engraver is quite good, but no, I guess I'm gonna allow them to do that. Nope. So am I not getting any value out of this? Yeah, I'm not getting any value, it's fine. It's a 5-5 vigilance still, early in the game. And that's annoying. So there's splashing for disruption and war whip maybe. Well, I take 4 damage now. There's nothing I can do about that. Well, I can jump block, which I won't do. Slinger. Okay then. Well, I'm gonna play the land now, because I need all 6 mana here. Now if they use 5 mana to re-equip, that's fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. I guess I could have actually used the Engraver instead. So I could have attacked for 2 there. Oh well, too late now. Down to 2 cards, but I don't know how good they are. What I do know is that my deck has a lot of good draws. You know, the Mythic Rare, there's the Thran, my first pick in the draft. There's the Silvok Battle Chair. Oh, that could be bad. That's X equals 5. What they have here? Chimney Rabble and a land. Okay, just a 4-drop and a land. So it could be worse. They also play Mandible Justiciar, so what? They actually are playing 2 drops from all the colors. Well, I mean, that's allowed to do. So they chose the Mantis. It's of course very good with the War Whip. But I will kill the Mantis. So there's that. Free from flesh. How about that? I don't. Yeah, I mean, this takes 4 if. There's a couple of things I can consider here. Yeah, I suppose I'll do it like this. I'll do it like this, and then I can attack 4 or 5. I'm gonna use 1 oil here. I might be able to refill it with the free from flesh anyway. Nice, the best thing they can do just to equip the slinger. That does seem to be the case. They might still have a trick with the remaining mana, of course, but they have an ossification. Okay, well that's a reason to, you know, sideboard in the thing that can he's gonna work. You know, the thing that can remove enchantments. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, lands I can trade, and other, you know, I'm in a decent shape here, right? I would say they have that thing there. Oh, that's that is a card I might want to actually have in my hand still. I'll just attack for 2. But yeah, they have these things, so any creature they have will have double strike, which is annoying. But I suppose I can do the same thing that I had. But yeah, let's just use this right away. Okay, that is a good one now. Let's hope they don't have immediately a removal for it. And then I guess I'm gonna actually discard. Okay, so I mean, I just assumed they didn't top deck a trick or something, so I can do this, and with the free from flesh, this will be a good attack. I'll make the first strike happen first, and then I will do this. And I get more counters on the engraver. Okay, they don't have mana to give it double strike, but now they do because they had a land in hand. Okay. Come on, nope. So this will trade with the Contaminator. I could attack with the Cultivator too. They could choose to eat the Cultivator or take... Yeah, I don't think... At this point I think it's worth throwing away the Cultivator. Because I think they're gonna still do this. So that's 1 extra damage I get to deal here. And again the engraver got another oil counter here. But yeah, the War Whip is definitely doing work here. Okay, they kill that thing. Rebuke. Oh, come on. Well, I have a lot of good draws, like I said. How many lands I have in the graveyard? 2, I suppose. I have a 16 land deck, so well, they play their lands. I'm happy to see the information. Okay. They do have the fixing for sure. Well, that's probably the lowest impact card I can draw, but it is still a card that is, you know, threatening lethal damage. And I'm at 16, so I'm in a very good shape, because even if the opponent can draw a creature that makes me unable to block, I can still draw some of my big stuff. Now this will win me quickly. I mean, it will be a double strike, 7 power. Wow. It doesn't have vigilance, but it's actually gonna deal 14 in the air. Now this equipping the hover wings won't give it additional +1/+0. It already is equipped, so it is 7/5. But it's actually 2-turn clock. I mean, I can attack now. Lose the Dune Mover. They go down to 1. But that doesn't help. If they draw like a land, then they just don't attack. And I still can't deal with the remaining one. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. And I guess I also, if they flooded out, I did 2. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 7, 12. I have 4 lands and 12 spells left in the deck, including like most of my big hitters. I mean, I have the Ravager, yeah, the Battle Chair, Thrun, the Mythic Rare. Do I have my burn spell? Yeah, I can draw my deal 3 damage to any target spell. That's gonna be an immediate victory. And they have an blocker here. They wouldn't do that attack otherwise, or just burn spell to face. Yep, that's a blocker, so I now need to top deck something. I'm not even bothering adding oil there. Pump spell works, burn spell works. The mythic stuff, that doesn't work really against the double striker. Oh, that is one of my 4 lands. I still drew it. Oh, that's that. So I was able to attack them to 1. But that's not enough. Pretty annoying though. I mean, I even had the engraver discarding stuff. I still never really drew. I mean, imagine what I have 15 cards in here. Among them, there were the Sobandrel, the Silok Battle Chair, the Sky Warden, the Throne, Volt Charge, Immediate Victory, a Pump Spell. The other free from flash would have also make me win. The Predation, one of them would have. That would have also helped because I can make this into a 2/4, killing this. No, okay, whatever. Any removal would have worked there, including the Rebel Salvo. Well, I just didn't draw any of them for multiple turns in a row. So, with the ossification and the planar disruption and the equipment they have, I think it's pretty easy to play the Canopy, but I think it's also easy to play the Molten Rebuke. And I will cut 1 free from flesh at least. What else? Slinger is actually going to be fine here. Maybe the other free from flesh should go as well. Fine. That's it. That's an okay hand. I need some good stuff here, of course. But it's hard to not keep it. 4 lands, 2 drop, and some removal. Guess I'll just oh, come on, deck. Don't do the same thing that in the previous game happened. Yeah, I drew 2 lands here. That can be pretty bad. They get the forest. They do have the fixing for the 3 colors, but they chose not to do that. Alright, well, I guess I'll just use this Rebuke Predation then. And Rebuke deals with the next. So they have to have a forest in their hand. Otherwise they wouldn't have not used this, yep. That's gonna give them 1/1. How annoying. This is a total catastrophe now. Do I even want to use the slinger right now? I don't want to because I might. Oh no, I have the rebuke though. I'm gonna play this because this will get rid of the equipment I saw. So yeah, they had the 1/1 for as a free blocker on the Stalker. This is only equipment, not artifact, so sure, this is gonna win the game by itself. And you know what? I just played the Slinger and then they played the Forge. It is as if they knew. It is as if they knew what I have in my hand. Okay, the Sky Warden is going to be good in here. So it's not over, but really depends on what they're gonna have here. Ossification, planar. Okay. And I almost kept this in my hand. The only reason I didn't keep this in my hand is because I had the rebuke for the equipment. I hadn't even seen the forge in the game one. I mean, the only thing I can do now is just kill this guy and hope that I can somehow maybe draw my mythic rare. The 1/1 blocking the Stalker is just, that was a horrible thing. But I need my mythic rare now. Yeah, there's the war whip. Just after I play the rebuke, so they know what I have in my hand. What the heck? How can they know what I have in my hand? Did they just draw this card? Well, there is the mythic rare, so there's that. Ah. Now if they have an ossification or there's a bundle, let me see. Why would I? Okay, I'm tilted now, as you can see. I attacked into a double striker with a 2 toughness creature. Yeah. If they have an ossification, I will not concede because I can still draw removal on the ossification. But this is going to be nasty. I just lost the Stalker for no reason. Well, that's what tilt does. This is the last draft for tonight, for sure. I can't make these guys trample, sadly. Planar Disruption won't be that nasty quite because this will still have the triggered ability work. Ossification removes it from the battlefield, so okay, they find something. They can't. It's X equals 4, so they can only put a land and a creature in their hand from there. Well, the Oil Goji Troll is gonna gain them 3 life, sadly. And I just drew a land there. Oh. They can actually equip these tokens too, so it's gonna be dealing 10 damage if they really want to. But they can't do that because that's gonna use 5 of their mana and then they will die to the Zobandrel. But I'm going to 10 now. I mean, I really need to draw a creature now, but me throwing away my one of my creatures is just that could be the difference between win and losing here. Yep. Okay, they have a Nissa too. Sure, have a Nissa. And another thing to jump block with, and the Forge is gonna win them the game. Sure. Alright. Well, there's nothing I can do because they have jump blocks, and I lose to this 6 power creature getting double strike, so I can't attack. If I attack, they jump block with the Dune Mover, and then I lose to their attack. They can just keep making these guys. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say I lost to 2 rares here, but I also. So let's see if I had my 6/2 here. If I mean the 3/1, that would be a 6/2. So let's say if I have that. Well, they might have played differently, but let's entertain the thought. So then I would attack with both of my guys, and then they would have to, well, I would trade this. Okay, the 3-1 would trade with one of these, and they would jump the other one, and then I will get to play the Cultivator, which will be in fact a 2-4 when I'm blocking. So even if they make the 6-power guy into double striker 12, yeah, it's not lethal, but they can play the troll there, which is gonna gain them 3 life, and then they can jump block with the troll and make another 2. Yeah, I was losing here. No matter, even if I didn't throw away the creature with the Nissa, I wasn't gonna win that game. Pretty frustrating final match because the flood in the first game was such a, I mean, that was a really hefty flood. I had four lands in 16. For example, the last draw was a land still. A land when I had 4 lands in 16 cards, and I still drew one of the 4 cards. Well, yeah, deck was of course amazing and could have easily gone 3-0 here with triple Vorax. I actually didn't have a turn 3 Vorax that many times. I had a Rust 1 Cultivator early very often. My 2-drops could have been better than, I mean, Engraver is good of course, but the other 2-drop creatures are not that great. They could have been better. And, well, I mean, even if they were better, even if their 2-drops weren't that good, this deck was really, really decent with all the removal, and the powerful cards like the Cultivators and the Vorax were still the most important green cards in here. I'm not counting the heavy hitters, early game cards, and I had plenty of those. But yeah, 2-1 is still a fine result, especially because I did get a mythic rare to, increase the completion of the set, so that's fine. Next one will be one of those Shadows remastered drafts, so I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.